You're probably not going to like this, but the same thing that sabotages your daily walk with Christ also sabotages your golf game, and that's self-sufficiency. And you know what? Pressure exposes our tendencies toward being overly self-sufficient every time. Hello, friends. I'm Dr. Paul Callaway, and welcome back to this episode of The Champion's Code, where we offer support for training your mind, strengthening your spirit, and learning to perform at your very best, anchored in Christ, in all areas of life, both on and off the golf course. Today we're going to connect a powerful moment in Mark 9 verses 14 through 29 to what happens on the course when we try to carry outcomes in our own strength. In Mark 9, a father brings his suffering son to Jesus, and in one sentence he gives us the most honest prayer many of us have ever prayed. I believe, help my unbelief. Mark 9 verse 24. Here's the Champion's Code application for today. Jesus doesn't require perfect faith. He requires honest dependence. This story in the book of Mark isn't only about a boy's pain. It's a diagnosis of the heart. Because unbelief shows up in the crowd, it shows up in the disciples, and it shows up in the boy's father. Jesus calls it out in Mark 9 verse 19 when he says, "O faithless generation." But notice what Jesus does with the father. He doesn't shame him. He doesn't reject him. He welcomes him. The father doesn't pretend. He brings both faith and doubt. I believe, help my unbelief. For champions, that's what real faith looks like. Not confidence in yourself, but confidence in Christ, even when you feel weak. Unbelief on the course sounds like, I always choke under pressure. I can't trust my swing. If I miss this putt, I'm done. And then we try to fix fear with control, which then produces more tension, more thinking, and more forcing. But the truth behind this story recorded in Mark directs us to bring it all to Jesus, no matter what. Behind the ball, pray, Lord, I believe, help my unbelief. After Jesus heals the boy, the disciples were frustrated and asked Jesus, why could we not cast out the boy's demons? Mark 9 verse 28. And Jesus answers, this kind cannot be driven out by anything but prayer. Mark 9 verse 29. And that's not just a ministry lesson, it's a life lesson. The disciples had drifted into subtle self-reliance. They were trying to do God's work on yesterday's dependence. The warning is clear. Self-reliance is spiritual pride in disguise. It's the quiet belief that, I've got this on my own. I don't need you, Jesus. That's exactly how golfers begin to drift when performance is off. I'll grind harder. I'll fix it mid-round. I just need one more swing thought. But pressure reveals the truth. You and I were never designed to carry outcomes. Instead, self-sufficiency produces tight hands, quick tempo, steering the club, fear of the miss, and identity collapse when the shot goes wrong. So, prayer is the antidote because prayer is an act that demonstrates our dependence. And here's the hope. Jesus acts powerfully even when faith is imperfect. Weak faith is not rejected by Jesus. It's received. And Mark reminds us, the resurrection is the ultimate proof that Christ can overcome unbelief, human limitation, and even death. So when you feel like you're running out of strength, good. That's the moment you stop pretending and start depending. The next time pressure hits, on the first tee, looking down a tight fairway, or confronting a must-make putt, do this. Breathe to slow your body. Confess, Lord, I'm trying to control this. Pray, Jesus, I believe, help my unbelief. Release, my identity is in Christ, not in this shot. And then, commit to one target and swing. That's not superstition, that's surrender. From this story in Mark 9 verses 14 through 29, learn to always bring honest faith, belief and doubt, to Jesus. Understand that self-reliance will most often fail under pressure. And remember that prayer shows our dependence. And our never-ending dependence in Jesus is where power flows both to and through us at all times. If you want help applying these principles to your faith, your mental game, and your performance under pressure, book a complimentary 30-minute strategy session. I'll leave the booking link in the description below. Then also please like, subscribe, and comment. Help My Unbelief below. I'm Dr. Paul Callaway. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back here again for the next episode of The Champion's Code.
You have the drive, but are you missing the foundation? At Limitless Success Mentoring, we help entrepreneurs, athletes, and professionals achieve the extraordinary. Dr. Paul Callaway uses faith-based principles and proven success laws to help you break through barriers and find your true identity. It's time to stop striving and start building from abundance. Visit limitlesssuccessmentoring.com today to get started.